EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Dragons of Tokyo. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Tua. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. You look at this Bears defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now that'll be caught by Cobb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's good for 8. First and 10 at the 20.
Straight ahead, Etienne. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
7 yards there and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Malik Collins collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But you look at this defense, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Now Tua. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. Down the right sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, That's a big day.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 14. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
There's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Well, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Tua going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 36. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Draw play, Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dragons will extend their lead here just before halftime. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Marquise Brown on the return. They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, Etienne. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yellow. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Etienne up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 23-yard line.
Another tote for Etienne. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Yellow. 3rd and 9 here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And Mahomes is going to keep it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Second down and a run by Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Robinson up the middle. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they'll wind up getting the yards they needed on 4th and 3. Final minute now of the third quarter. Robinson on a give right side. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Chicago.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Robinson with another carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on deck. There he goes, left side. How about this? Travis Etienne. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there. 79 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Go ahead.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 76 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yellow, yellow.
2nd and 6. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big-body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Yellow.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee.
All right, come on.
And they will take a knee here. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,